Hello everyone and welcome to our Big Six Preview for game week 16. And quickly we'll just jump into the games. Chelsea versus Everton. I mean, Chelsea are coming into this game in very bad form. I know Enzo Maresca just won the November Manager of the Month, and the Chelsea fans will be happy about that. But they are winless ever since that Barcelona 3-0 win, which is a
They have
border.
drawn, they have lost and lost.
Yes, and this game against Everton is not going to be easy. We saw what Everton did to Manchester United with 10 men. They won 1-0. Last week they won, I think, was it 4-1 against their opponent, and they are just 1 point behind Chelsea. So it's almost like a mid-table clash between is that fifth and seventh, right? So it's going to be a tough one. But at Stamford Bridge, personally, I expect Chelsea to come away with the game with the win. So I will go for a 2-1 Chelsea win. What are your thoughts on that game?
Since it's at Stamford Bridge, I'll go with a 2-2.
A 2-2 draw.
Yeah,
That's good.
Yeah,
But
I don't want to see Chelsea fans happy. you guys made too much mouth, and right now you should eat your losses.
Yeah, but actually, I have to say that I see a world where Everton could actually get a point at Stamford Bridge, or even potentially beat Chelsea, because Chelsea are still without Caicedo. Everton are currently high flying. Barry just got his first goal for Everton. Greenish is balling. Ndiaye is balling. And everything seemed to be clicking for David Moyes' Everton. So, by no stretch of the imagination would it be an easy game for Chelsea. But I'm just thinking
it's going to be a tough game.
A tough one.
Chelsea could pull out a win, but I hope for a draw.
A draw.
But let's see how it's going to end.
Liverpool versus Brighton. Talk to us about this one.
Liverpool versus Brighton. Liverpool has been sometimes it feels like they are coming up, and then it looks like they are not. And this issue with Salah and the coach, I don't really get. I hope to see him in this game, but if he's not in the game, I don't know. Liverpool fans, you guys should talk to your coach. Having an issue with Salah. Salah is like the heart of Liverpool. For years, he has carried that team. It's not nice him being treated the way he's being treated right now. But hopefully, Liverpool versus Brighton. Hopefully, Liverpool could come up with a win. Well, I don't know. I'm in the mood for draws this weekend, and I'm also predicting a draw from that game.
So it's a big talking point, like you mentioned, the Mo Salah scandal. But Fabrizio reported last night that Mo has been reintegrated into the team. So he may make the bench, he may start, we don't know. But let's see what happens by 4 p.m. today at Anfield. So Brighton, they are on and off team. You cannot predict them. You don't know which Brighton team is going to show up. One week they are excellent, they can
and
play.
The other week they are trash.
Yes, and the other week they are totally.
That what makes them mid-table, though.
Yeah. So, but at Anfield, I know Liverpool's form lately at Anfield has been atrocious. But I think they have to start picking up the wins, and I think Liverpool should be able to skate through this. They also have had a very good win against Inter Milan in the Champions League, which would help with their confidence.
That was a good one.
But I will go with a 2-2 draw. For this game.
I'll go with the draw too.
Nottingham Forest versus Tottenham Hotspur. For me, you hardly can predict this game. Nottingham Forest had a good win in the Europa League on Thursday. They won away from home 2-1. Tottenham Hotspur had a very good win in the Champions League against Slavia Prague. They won 3-0. So these two teams seem to be going into this game in good form. But Nottingham Forest's home form is excellent. Why Tottenham Hotspur's away form is also excellent. So it's going to be a very good
clash
game.
Of titans.
Yes, it's going to be a very, very good game. And I know that it will be a good watch for the neutral. After weighing up everything, I think this game has a draw written all over
Like I said, this weekend feels like a drawing weekend.
Yeah, it has a draw.
I'm giving almost everybody a draw.
So
let's
I'll
see how
go
it
with
goes.
a 1-1. What do you say to that?
Similar, a 1-1 draw. There's going to be goals scored, obviously, but it looks like it's going to be a draw.
A draw. So on to Monday, Manchester United versus Bournemouth. But before we go to Manchester United versus Bournemouth, let's look at Crystal Palace versus Manchester City tomorrow, 3 p.m. kickoff. You go first.
For Crystal Palace, Manchester City. Manchester City Who's at home?
Crystal
Crystal
Palace.
Palace. Okay, this is going to be a tough one. Crystal Palace is not a team to mess with at home.
Mm.
So yeah, and I think they have been one of Man City's nemesis over the years,
Yes,
on
yes.
and off. So I'm not expecting Man City to get a win off, but I'm not also expecting them to lose. So like I said again, this feels like a
They are
drawing
sitting on
weekend.
the fence, a
I'm
draw
going
again.
to decide it's going to be a draw.
Well, this game is difficult to predict because Crystal Palace at home, like you said, they are very strong. They have only lost one game. Funny enough, the one game they lost at home was
Was
against
yeah,
Manchester United, which
yeah,
came as a
a
shock to
shock to
everybody.
everybody.
But they have been very, very strong at home. However, they have a lot of injury depth. I learned Mateta had the knock in their game in the Europa League. I mean, in the Conference League. Danny Munoz, their fullback, is also carrying a knock. Ismail Assar is injured. So, I mean, if these guys, if they could get Sa back, if they could get Munoz back, if they could get Mateta back, or 2 over 3 of these guys, I
I
expect that they
expect
are going to
they're going
give
to give Man City a
Man
run for their
City a
money.
run for their money. And I think I'm going to go for the shock Crystal Palace win for this
Yeah,
game.
I could see it happening. I could see it happening. I'm just like giving a draw because
Yeah.
I
So,
feel this is going to be a drawing weekend. But yeah, then for on Monday game we have um,
Manchester
Manchester United.
United versus Bournemouth. What do you have to say to that game? It's Old Trafford, Manchester United off the back of a win. They are
A
flying
4-1
high.
win, a
It's
4-1 win, and they
yeah,
are feeling themselves. This is Bournemouth. Bournemouth is another thing that you can really say are good or they are not good. They show up for games that they want to show up for. But this season they have been doing well. They've been doing quite okay for a small team. So mm, I still expect a draw.
a draw.
Yes.
Ogbono soup. Anyways, I mean, Bournemouth they started the season very well, but they seem to have fallen off a cliff lately. They are winless in 6 games, and their record away from home
Has
has
been
been
terrible.
terrible. United's home record has not been great either, but I expect that United should be able to do enough to get the win in this game. So I'm going to go with a 2-1 Manchester United win.
Okay.
So that's our
Our
preview,
preview
Big Six
for
preview
the
for
game
game
week
week 16.
16. Please drop your thoughts in the comment section and don't forget to what?
Like,
Like, share,
share,
and
and
subscribe.
subscribe.
Bye.